Hi guys, it's Rob from Royal Balls, and after all that technical genetic geeking out on the last video, I thought I'd show you some eye candy. So today I've got a video on how my holdbacks are doing. All these holdbacks are from 2022, so they're still quite small. They are the best of the best. Enjoy the eye candy. Okay, let's have a look at the Ironman clutch, starting with the simplest first. And we have two Pastel Leopard clowns. This one is quite busy patterned and very yellow. This one is reduced pattern and not quite as bright, but the head stamps are almost identical. So these are both Pastel Leopard clowns, both males, and then this guy here is the Super Leopard version, so Pastel Super Leopard clown, and you can see that the pattern is much more broken, much more reduced, and the colour even brighter than this Pastel Leopard underneath. So another male. This is Pastel Super Leopard, and this is the guy that we performed the handling experiment on and managed to get him to the stage where he wouldn't eat, and then brought him back from the brink. But you can see that he's doing well, none the worse for wear, and he's growing fast. And he's also none the worst for not actually being handled. He's not shy and fearful. So there we go, those are the three snakes in this clutch that do not have Orange Dream in them. So two Pastel Leopard clowns and a Pastel Super Leopard clown. And next up is an Leopard clown with Orange Dream, and the Orange Dream is super obvious in this guy. He is very orange. There's no pastel, so we have the full expression of an Leopard clown head stamp. So that one is our OD Leopard clown, and that's another male. And now we come to the brightest of the bunch. This girl has just shed. There's only a single dose of Leopard in here, but there's leopard as well. So this is Pastel Leopard Leopard Orange Dream. So we're missing the yellow belly from the Ironman combo, but you can see that some of those edgings to the scales have started to come in here, indicating that this girl is actually Orange Dream. And you can see that Orange Dream has taken that Leopard Leopard dorsal stripe and has tightened it up. Just look at that dorsal stripe. That is incredible. Really clean sides and just a few of the leopard dots down at the bottom. So this girl is really bright. And let's just stick Pepper Potts in the shot here. Pepper Potts is exactly the same snake as she is, but Pepper Potts has the addition of yellow belly. So she is Pastel Leopard Leopard Orange Dream yellow belly. Let's just put this girl on the top. Just awesome snakes, absolutely awesome snakes. Pepper Potts has just shed, and this girl has a much nicer head stamp than Pepper Potts. Maybe this will fade with age, but that head stamp is just superb. So Pepper Potts and this version without the yellow belly. Wow, Pepper Potts, and look how chunky she's getting. Pepper Potts is actually now being paired. Okay, so let me take you to what I'm calling Gen 2 Ironman. This is the Super Leopard version of Iron Man Light. So this one, there is no pastel in this snake. Just look at that awesome head stamp. The head stamp is solid. So this is Leopard Super Enchy Orange Dream. This goat does not want to keep still. So let me just compare that to the Super Enchy that does not have leopard. So here is the Super Enchy version, Pastel Super Enchy with no leopard, and this is what Super Enchy and leopard does, and you can see that the dorsal stripes are completely different. It makes for a much more reduced pattern snake, and you can see quite clearly this one also has Orange Dream, this one does not. This one is quite orange. The belly on this one is completely white, and the belly on this one is, surprise surprise, orangey yellow. And I also do have an additional male. Again, this is the Leopard Super Enchy. This one is pastel because you can see the washed out head stamp. So this is Pastel Leopard Super Enchy OD Clown. So the addition of pastel has changed the head stamp completely, and also made the dorsal stripe a little bit busier. So this one does not have the iconic head stamp that this Gen 2 Iron Man does, but from a breeding perspective, this snake here is the powerhouse. So this one has all the lot. This is Pastel Leopard Super Enchy Orange Dream. And again, looking at the belly, you can see that the belly is quite yellow. Very few dots down the side. And for our international customers, this particular snake here, the powerhouse male, is available. Now, do you remember the Leopard Freeway clutch? This is a female here who does not have leopard. So this is a straight freeway asphalt yellow belly. This female, you can see that she's put on some nice size, but this is a beautiful snake actually, really clean and really bright. So a really nice example of a freeway. And look what happens when you put leopard into it. Again, this is another female, and these are the only two that I have left from that clutch. These are both holdbacks. Certainly this female with leopard in her is one of my holdbacks. So two freeways, which is asphalt yellow belly. This is the Leopard Freeway and this is the straight freeway. Absolutely gorgeous snakes. Do you remember the maternal clutch? That was a camo sable paired to an Orange Dream yellow belly. So everything is sable. This is pinstripe sable, and this has Orange Dream and yellow belly. And I said when this guy hatched out that he was incredibly orange, and he still is incredibly orange. There's the Orange Dream dot on the head. So I actually have three of these. This is a pinstripe sable Orange Dream yellow belly. Take away the yellow belly and just leave Orange Dream, and you can see that Orange Dream actually messes with the pattern. Yellow belly puts it back again. So combined you get a really nice pattern without the yellow belly to put the pattern back in. Orange Dream messes with that pinstripe sable pattern. So take this snake and take away the Orange Dream and just leave the yellow belly, and you get a classic yellow belly head stamp, a little blushing on the head stamp there, no dot, and we don't get the pattern being messed with that Orange Dream does. So this one has no Orange Dream. It has exactly the same pattern as the one underneath, but is nowhere near as bright. So Orange Dream reduces pattern, Yellow Belly puts it back again. And when you combine the two, you get the full pattern with the full colour, which is just awesome. We also had a Cypress Clutch, this shy girl here. If I can get her to show you her head. The head and the blushing down the neck, if I can just get her to show you her neck. See how the blushing on the head continues all the way down the neck. That is characteristic of Cypress. This is Cypress Yellow Belly. This is a female. And she is looking just awesome. Now take a look at the head stamp, how light the head stamp is. This is Cypress Yellow Belly, and this is Pastel Blackhead. And there are actually quite some strong similarities apart from the colour between Cypress and Blackhead, which is what you would expect from an allelic combination. They are actually very, very similar, and Blackhead also has the same head stamp and neck blushing, but it's much, much darker. So the Blackhead is the dark one and the Cypress is the light one, but very, very similar actually. So again, I made two of these Cypress Yellow Bellies. I made a male. For our international viewers again, that male is available. And I also made this male, which is also theoretically Yellow Belly Cypress, but he is much lighter and brighter than the one underneath, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here. If you remember, the male was an Enchy Cypress Ivory, so everything is Yellow Belly. This is Cypress Yellow Belly and this is Cypress Yellow Belly, and again the head stamp on this guy is typical Cypress. So this guy is staying because he has a different colour pattern. We're going to explore that. Alright, moving on to the het clowns that I made with my Savannah girl, to a fire clown. This is Cinnamon Fire. This is a female and she's het clown. You can see the light coloured head from Fire, but Fire and Cinnamon react very strongly together. She's got a really nice, bright, creamy coloured dorsal stripe. So this is Fire Cinnamon, and this darker one here is Savannah, so just Cinnamon Mojave. Again, het for clown, another female. I made two of these, so I have two in the racks. Let me just dig out the other one so you can compare. Alright, so two almost identical snakes, Cinnamon Mojave, het for clown. And when we combine all the lot, you get this guy. So this is Cinnamon Mojave with Fire, and you can see it's much, much lighter. A much lighter coloured snake because of the fire. So this animal here has all three genes. This is a male, het for clown. So obviously he is a holdback, so I can get all these genes into my clown projects much quicker using this male. He is actually almost up to size, but look at the difference in the head stamps there, guys. Look at the difference in the light coloration on the Fire version. So this one, Savannah Fire or Cinnamon Mojave Fire, and this one just Savannah or Cinnamon Mojave. I also made some visual lavenders. This is the straight lavender with the head stamp, and this one is the pastel version. Either the pastel version or the Fire version, and typically it's got poop on its head. These lavenders always seem to do that. It's like having a dog with a white coat. They always seem to manage to find some dirt to roll around in. The lavenders appear to be the same. So this is a female straight lavender, and this is a pastel lavender or a Fire lavender, and I think when she doesn't have poop on her head stamp, she does have a little bit of a coloration to the head stamp, so I think this is pastel. So pastel lavender. And then this really light coloured one here is the Pastel Fire Lavender. So this is combining fire and pastel, and you can see that it removes pretty much all of the contrast and makes for a very pale coloured snake, but genetically a powerhouse. This is a male. He is available, international customers, and I also do have a couple of pastel lavenders. So here is another example of a pastel lavender. This one is available, a male and a female, so I have a pair. So that was the lavender clutch, and this season I should have some blackhead lavenders. Hopefully we'll be able to get blackhead into this combination and produce some really high contrast lavenders. And then I did a vanilla clutch, and this was the pick of the bunch there. This is actually a super vanilla. So this is an Enchi super vanilla possible Mojave clown female, and you can see the head stamp there. You can see it's Enchi, but it's completely whited out because of the super vanilla. So I am still hoping to make vanilla cream or vanilla scream. That's the fire vanilla combo. This girl here is a super vanilla. So from a breeding perspective, a very powerful female to have in the holdback racks. Everything she makes is guaranteed to be vanilla. So this is my Enchi super vanilla possible Mojave clown female. And of course everyone will remember my Christmas Day Desert Ghost clutch, and nothing has changed since the genetic revelations. This was a visual to visual Desert Ghost pairing, 5 babies, all of them visuals. This is the one remaining male. So I think this is leopard yellow belly. You can see the belly there has the typical leopard zippered belly, and we are now starting to see some flames coming up the side and a little bit of that typical yellow belly leopard interference in the pattern here. So a slightly unusual pattern. So I am thinking that this is yellow belly leopard desert ghost, and this is a male, and you can contrast that with the yellow belly desert ghost female. She has much more blushing up the sides and also the typical yellow belly head stamp. So she's a carbon copy of mum. This is a female, and obviously that's a holdback. This male is not a holdback. So leopard yellow belly or just leopard desert ghost, and this one yellow belly desert ghost. Another holdback female from that Desert Ghost clutch, and this is Lemon Blast. Again, another obviously visual Desert Ghost, super clean Lemon Blast Desert Ghost. And this girl has been a little bit slow to eat. She's not the best eater and a little bit slower growing, but she is growing and she is eating. So another holdback. This is Lemon Blast Desert Ghost. There we go. So I got 2 females and 3 males, and I'm not keeping any of the males because I do already have a visual Desert Ghost male. And the pick of the clutch, here's one for Samantha. Pastel Leopard Desert Ghost. This is the nicest looking snake. In person it is just phenomenal. So this is Pastel Leopard Desert Ghost, and it's a male, and just look at that awesome pattern and those awesome colours. For me, this is the nicest snake of that bunch, the one that glows the most, and obviously pastel in Desert Ghost just works. Awesome snake, Pastel Leopard Desert Ghost. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. For a change, it's just looking at nice snakes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.